Hey Evelyn, how you doing? I've got you queued up here. Let me try to close that down a little bit so we can see it a little better. There we go. Fits in the window pretty good. Cool. So here I'm almost at full screen size here, and okay. So a couple of things. Let me just turn up my brightness here because I don't know if you'll be able to see that through the recording, but okay, we got this brightness turned up pretty good. And we have some nice color here. I like this color. The play up here with the gray, the blue, and then the light blue and the white. And that's really kind of stunning in terms of color. I think we can exploit that a little bit further throughout the site, um, as opposed to just showing it here and here. Um, this is handled pretty well. We have some alignment issues. I think this may have just turned out a little bit more legible had that been aligned somehow, somewhere with something. I'm not sure what, but wait a second. Actually, you do have Evelyn Fur lined up, so that's pretty good. I would just move that in and follow that line right there. There's your answer, because that's going to really clean up that left edge beautifully, that left margin. So um, I think this logo's sitting up a little bit too high. It's too close to the top of the that banner, and I'm talking a few pixels. I'm just kind of picking here. So anyways, this is good that the eyes, I think your image also should be pulled down a little in the composition, because we do this thing in graphic design where we play this trick. Once you can align something with someone's eyes, boom, a whole lot of things happen. So this is good right here. I just want this pulled down a little bit more so we can just get a little further alignment with your eyes right into the center of your logo. Pulling this closer will also help that proximity too and really tighten up this area here. I would go ahead and use white for your navigation up top there. I'm not even sure if we really need that navigation up top there because you have it here. Let me show you where I'm at in terms of looking at the site. I open the site. Let's say, okay, this is a portfolio site. Okay, so I get the site. Let's say it's sent to me in my studio here, and I look at it and I say, okay, Evelyn, for what do we have? Okay, the first thing we have is what I just said, described to you off the top of my head. And then I'm looking and I'm going, oh, wait a second. This is strange. I'm like, why would Evelyn hide her half of her page down here? Now, even when I go ahead and whoops, grab the corner of, whoops, even when it's hard to work with the camera and all this stuff. And so if that's full size, there are your icons, your navigation icons. But look what happens when we close down. I mean, they're disappearing. That's not good. So here, at one point, this is what we see. Okay, do you see what I'm saying? So the responsiveness is not quite there as it should be. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that these are just enormous icons. So they're really, those tags are taking up a lot of space. So when we move down like this, they don't really have any chance to collapse on themselves. So that's weird. We used to have this thing called above the fold, and above the fold means that you want the majority of your information to fall above the fold, meaning that's where the viewer has to scroll. Now the fold, of course, is different on different machines and different resolutions and different monitors, but nonetheless, you need to think about design above the fold, at least in a portfolio site, to the point where, now look, above the fold is not as important as it used to be. Now that parallax scrolling is all the rage, right? So above the fold is not anywhere near as important as it used to be. But nonetheless, in a portfolio page, I would say it's critical. So, okay, so this is just too confusing. Okay, here's Evelyn. Let me see. Okay, Evelyn, okay, web photos, interiors, branding, and contact. Okay, good start for the, so I scroll down here and I go, photos, interiors, branding. Wait, didn't I just see that? So I'm thinking to myself, redundancy already. All right, so let's go ahead and click the link. So let's click photo, and look what happens. I'm going to go back here to Evelyn index page, and I'm going to scroll down, and I'm going to take a bite at one of your icons, and I'm going to click it and watch what happens. Okay, Evelyn. Okay, photos. See how it jumps to the top of the page like it's not, like, I'm not even sure if I'm on the right page because Now I have to scroll to see photography. Do you see what I'm saying? Let me show you that again. Here's the portfolio page, and we'll change the size. We can do this at a different size and see that, like I said, it's just not quite as responsive as it should be. So here's, let me scroll down, let me hit photos. Okay, now I'm seeing, I talked about this last week, about this area being so large that it's all we see when we go from page to page. It's all we see. I mean, it's a great picture, Evelyn, don't get me wrong, it's a wonderful picture, but it's overkill. You need to get this photography. You need to get your carousel up where we can see it. I mean, it's fascinating. It's done beautifully. Let's get it up there where we can see it. Likewise, you should never have to go, okay, new page. Now I have to scroll to see what's on the page. Now I have to click. So basically, you're asking me to do 3 different things. Again, that scenario, interiors, 1, scroll, 2, 3. I mean, I just clicked 3 times to get to an example of your interior. That's not good. Okay, branding, 1, 2. So again, let's get that up there. We already know the banner's already been introduced. We don't have to introduce it on every page. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm more concerned about design than I am, and responsiveness than anything else at this point. I'd go full color on your image here. I love the play on the, but this is just making you as a designer look too blue. It's just, I really think a flesh toner would come out beautifully here. Okay, in terms of the rest of the site, Evelyn, you know, carousels look great. Your design's great, lovely, but you know, there's something missing. It's just not like, it's just not jumping out at me, Evelyn. You know what I'm saying? I mean, watch what happens when I click through, okay? Now, scenario, I get 150 of these a day, and I'm clicking through each one quickly. Okay, so, okay, Evelyn, let me see. We got Evelyn, okay, that's weird. I have to scroll in. Wyatt. Okay, I'm done. And I'm not trying to be nasty or mean. I'm just saying that that's about how long you have to catch your employer's attention, okay? So suggestions are to reformat your composition. Other suggestions are this: take a look at the if you take a look at the project rubric, you know, you're just not using any typography at all. I mean, there's just nothing. There's just no type whatsoever. A couple of words here and there. So you're going to get clipped for that a little bit because through the design part. But other than that, I think that it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. I think conceptually you're spot on, right in there, tight. Let's work on execution. Any questions or comments, get with me, Evelyn. Nice job. Hey, it's been great working with you. I hope to see you again. Thanks, Evelyn.